Good evening, family. It is me, Coach 67 Sports TV. Shout out to the awesome and amazing LDBC, Lions Den Broadcasting Community. Shout out to the Louisiana All American Sports Network. Shout out to M Vision Productions. And shout out to the greatest university in the world, the Southern University, home of the mighty Jaguars. And this particular live stream, I'm going to talk about Southern University's 2025 National Signing Day. Before I address that, I want to address the whole situation with the video yesterday, the Quay Davis video. Now, in certain like Facebook groups, like they've been saying, like, hey, Quay Davis not on the team. I was unaware of that, to keep it a buck, because in my circle, we knew that Quay Davis was suspended indefinitely. I didn't know for certain that he was kicked off the team, but I guess it has been confirmed at this point. But, for people to be acting like, hey, if this is what you're doing, like you don't even know what you're doing. First of all, like, I'm a positive person. I believe in positive energy. I don't even dwell and focus on the negativity because I'm going to keep it a buck. Prior to the beginning of last season, I'm not even gonna lie, I was gonna quit YouTube because I'm like, look, I love Southern University football. I'm passionate about it, but I'm not even getting paid for this, to keep it a buck. My channel is not monetized yet. However, I'm not too far away. I'm like a little bit. I don't need too many more. I'm gonna say about 400 subscribers will put me over put me over the 1,000 subscriber threshold. I'm not too far from it. So, that's the goal. That's what I'm pushing and striving for. But had it not been for all the love that I received at these last 2 seasons at Southern University home games, because, I'm a season ticket holder. I'll go to every Southern University home game. People like I met these people at games in real time, like Coach Kevin Walker, like Willie Bolden II. Had it not been for these individuals, coming up to me, introducing themselves, showing me love, saying, Coach, keep doing what you're doing. Like, we love your content. Like, you're the only individual on YouTube that covers Southern University football exclusively, even though, I'm a member of the LDBC, and, I got my brothers like Jay Good and Jared 11 Green and Brent Fox and all of them. Like, we have a community. So, realistically, like, the foundation and the cornerstone of my channel and my community and my family is, of course, my real life family members, Jaguar Nation, the LDBC, and in addition to that, like a lot of students that were at my previous school and at my current school have been subscribing to the channel. So that's really where my subscriber base comes from. And not only that, but as a member of the collective, the Southern Baller Show Collective, like a lot of those individuals that we built the community with, those are the subscribers to my channel. And for the most part, I focus on the positive things. I focus on the love. I really don't focus on the negativity. So for everybody that's, saying this and saying that, man, I really could care less. Realistically, I want to leave the video up, but I had some issues with my YouTube studio, so that's how I ended up getting taken down. But truthfully speaking, like, I want to leave the video up to show, hey, I'm not perfect, I'm not infallible. But guess what? When it comes to Southern University football, I know more Southern University football. Really, I done forgot more Southern University football than the average person gonna know. And I hit 9 times out of 10. So, hey, I'm entitled to being wrong every once in a while. I'll admit I was wrong. So I didn't know Quay Davis. I thought he was suspended indefinitely. I didn't know he was no longer on the team. So let's just address that and address the elephant in the room. Now, in terms of this particular live stream, it was supposed to happen earlier today. But of course, the day been a long day. I had an allergy day. We had track practice yesterday, and Groundhog Day. Evidently, the Groundhog, what he didn't see his shadow, whatever. It's supposed to be X amount of weeks more winter. Man, that's cap. Spring is here now in South Louisiana. So I had a lot of allergy issues at the track practice. I've been taking a lot of Benadryl and Zyrtec and all my allergy medicine, but still been having a lot of allergies. You know, salute to my LDBC brethren, Jay Good. Salute to your fam. And also shout out to my brother Big Reg, host of Big Boy Talk. You know, I appreciate y'all dropping through. Now that I addressed the whole Quay Davis situation, again, I want to give a major shout out to all my LDBC family members, everybody that's a part of my community, everybody that's subscribed to my channel, everybody that's been showing love, all the new subscribers. I just want y'all to know y'all are greatly valued, greatly appreciated, especially all the individuals like Coach Kevin Walker, like Willie Bolden II, that come up to me at actual Southern University home games and like, hey, man, Coach, we love your content. We love your channel. You know, keep it going. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate all y'all individuals. And I'm going to keep it a buck. The plan is for me to be here for a good time, not a long time. A lot of these individuals I'm going to talk about in this particular recruiting class, because Southern University, yesterday was National Signing Day. I had to go to one of the high schools in my school district where I teach and, you know, get some medical like checkups and stuff. And they had National Signing Day set up for the players at their particular school. So I already knew National Signing Day a big deal. A lot of these individuals for Southern Universities that officially signed with Southern University yesterday, I've already done like individual videos talking about these individuals in addition to other Southern University football topics. But Southern had 29 players that signed with them yesterday, which is a huge recruiting class. And if you look at like some of the individuals I've like done videos on that, when they committed to Southern University, for the most part, the thing that stood out to me is that Coach Graves, who's done a good job since he's taken over, like him and his staff, they went out their way to recruit offensive linemen and defensive backs. Now, that was the huge issue during last year's Blue versus Gold spring game. Like, the offensive line play was noticeably suspect, and the secondary struggled at moments. So evidently, I guess, coming into this season, he also felt like those were two big need areas, and those were the areas that he addressed the most. Shout out to KC. What's good with your fam? Oh, yeah, we in here for sure, for sure. So Southern had 29 signings yesterday. First, I'm going to hit the offensive side. And like I said, some of these individuals, I've already done like individual videos saying, hey, they committed. First and foremost, Southern Lab running back, Amarian Asbury. I think he's going to be a featured player this coming season. Of course, you know, for the most part, Southern University real 3 feature backs are not going to be there. Kendrick Grimes, to me, was the best of the 3. You know, he's gone. Kobe Dillon, even though he has eligibility left, he was injured a lot at Southern University, and he has 2 years eligibility left, but evidently he got red shirts for those years. So he entered the transfer portal. In fact, recently I saw a post from him on X, which is formerly known as Twitter, and basically he reposted a list of like top available running backs in the country, and his name was on that list. You know, major love and major shout out to Kobe Dillon. You know, hopefully, you know, he lands somewhere. And of course, my brother Jay Good sent me he sent me a commitment of Carl Ligon, who's going to Alabama State, which is crazy to me, but it is what it is. Also, they also signed Tyler Junior College offensive lineman Xavier Worrell. And that's one thing I noticed, like a lot of offensive linemen that Coach Graves and company have signed. I don't know if it's a strategic thing, but I'm thinking it is. Like Coach Graves and his staff, they've done a good job going to get like these ginormous offensive linemen. To me, I think they're really trying to go back to Southern University's glory days where they could just line up and punch people in the mouth and pound a rock. And you really going to see that in some of these commitments They also have a commitment from Presbyterian College, offensive tackle Malachi Bingham. Another offensive lineman, Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, Michael Trotter. Wide receiver from Navarro College, Malachi Sticks Jackson. Also at quarterback, I talked about that. I have this new series coming out. It's a big thing, a little production that I'm doing with my cousin M Vision Productions. It's gonna be coming out pretty soon, and I'm gonna talk about the next individual that's committed, Jamari Jones from East Mississippi Community College. Also, they got a commitment from Zachary High School offensive lineman Clifton Webb. They also got another offensive lineman from Iowa Central Community College, Michael Washington. Also, they have another commitment from Collins Hill High School, Lestate Williams. Recently, I saw this prior to him committing from Opelousas High School, Zacchaeus Malvo. They also got another signing from East Central Community College, offensive lineman Maurice Evans. They also got another offensive lineman from U High, Jarvis Brookshire, and completing the offensive side of things, Bunkie High School quarterback Dylan Compton. And it's ironic that they was able to get Dylan Compton from Bunkie High School because like 10 years ago, almost to the day, I was coaching basketball at Evolves High School, which is in the same district as Bunkie in Evolves Parish. So it's good to see that, Evolves Parish producing some good athletes. Now I'm going to go to the defensive side of the ball briefly and quickly because, like I say, I plan on being here for a good time, not a long time. Trinity Valley Community College defensive end Kai Brown. They also got a signing from Millsaps College, long snapper Connor Pertwee. I also talked about him in an individual video talking about his commitment. They also got Catholic High cornerback Caden Jones, Riverside City College defensive tackle Darren Scott, Etna Carr High School free safety Cody Morris, University of Southern Miss free safety Xavier Franks, Opelousas High School defensive tackle Jonathan Ford, Garden City Community College defensive tackle Habib Bello. From the Dirty Eye, of course, me doing a lot of work with the Louisiana All-American Sports Network. Shout out to Mission Control Lindell Mitchell and Eric Hatfield. I saw this young man play live and in action from Dirty Eye of Struma High School, Jeremiah Coleman, also from Coffeyville Community College, defensive tackle Austin Apaya. Of course, I talked about this individual, kicker/punter from Central High School, which is in Baton Rouge here, Nathan Zimmer, from Etna Carr High School. Of course, those individuals that don't know, New Orleans Etna Carr is a powerhouse. They go to the state championship almost like every year. From Etna Carr High School, defensive back Tyreek Briglea. From Zachary High School, defensive tackle Sean Robert Hamilton. Also, Zachary High School, they are local school. At one point, it was a part of East Baton Rouge school system, but they branched off into their own independent school district. And they another like 5A power here in our area, and they've been known to go to the state championship game or make deep playoff runs year in and year out. Also, Northeast Oklahoma Community College defensive tackle Jay Jones, Pearl River Community College defensive tackle Kendrick Sims, and Kilgore College defensive tackle Sidney Humble. And I talked about him also. Shout out to CEO Job. He said looks like SU, mostly high school players. LOL. And truthfully speaking, no, it looked like they mostly got players that signed from community colleges and from not only community college, but also from junior colleges. So I think that's the thing I talked about a couple weeks ago in terms of Coach Terrence Graves' recruiting strategy. To me, it seems like he went heavy community college route, junior college route. Now, of course, in today's day and age the with the transfer portal and with NIL situation, like it's harder to recruit excellent players and keep them for 3 or 4 years. In many instances, of course, if you don't have the kind of NIL money you need to play with, like you might not get some of the players you want. And in addition to that, if a player does come to your school, see, that's the reason why he's going after a lot of JC and community college players, because when they come to Southern, they're going to have 4 years of eligibility. I think the only thing he's going to have to watch out for is if a player comes to Southern and they excel and they do well, they might want to jump in the portal to see if they can get NIL money. And in some instances, players don't have a real rhyme or reason for deciding, hey, I want to jump in the transfer portal. Because like I said, if you look at somebody like Trey Lance, maybe Trey Lance just wanted to go to a Power 5 PWI a couple springs ago when he had an excellent blue versus gold spring game. Like he was that other pass rusher that Southern had at the time. And I'm not going to lie, he had an excellent blue versus gold spring game. And he just jumped into the portal after that. And he ended up going to Indiana University. So at the end of the day, I think that's probably going to be the biggest thing. If he could keep a lot of these players he have and keep them for all 4 years, then I think they're going to be straight. Salute and peace and blessings to my sister, the Queen Shower. I appreciate you, Queen. And for the most part, I think Southern University, I think they had a good recruiting class. Coach Graves and staff, they seem to go real heavy on offensive linemen, on defensive linemen and defensive backs. Now, of course, in terms of the defensive line, for the exception of Kelby Gibbons, you losing all of those players. You know, Davin Cotton, Big Willie Miles. You know, for the most part, of the 4 starting defensive linemen that you had in your 4-2-5, you're losing 3 of those 4 guys. So I could see why they went heavy on the defensive line. The offensive line, I think they're trying to change the identity of the team in terms of being more of a physical smash mouth football team to really complement the passing game. I think the only weakness I see, because that's another thing too, I don't know which one, like, are these 29 players? I don't know which players are going to be full ride scholarship players or which players going to be preferred walk-ons. But at the end of the day, you know, it's going to be interesting to see if they can add like a few more like wide receivers that's going to be playmakers and game breakers. Of course, last spring and this season, like they played a ridiculous amount of wide receivers. So I don't think they put stock in any one wide receiver per se. But at the end of the day, I think overall, I think Coach Graves and staff, I think they had an excellent recruiting class. Now it's going to remain to be seen, like how Coach Graves and his staff bring these players in, how they teach them, how they coach them up, how they groom, how they develop them in, how they develop these players, and how these players pan out, not only individually but collectively as a team, and how that's going to translate into success. But at the end of the day, as a member of Jaguar Nation, I'm pleased with the recruiting class they had, and I honestly, fervently believe that like they're gonna make some noise in the SWAC. I picked them to win the SWAC West. Now it's a little bit too early for me to make that prediction. I'll be able to better tell you when I see them live and in action for the 2025 Blue versus Gold Spring game. But overall, I think it's a good recruiting class, and it's gonna like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see this particular season, how things unfold, how things play out. But that's it for this particular live stream because like I said, I had an allergy day to day because of track practice yesterday, and I think spring has kind of come early here in South Louisiana. So That's why this live stream, happening so late tonight. But I appreciate everybody that came through, that dropped in and showed some love. Major shout out to my brother Jay Good, another member of Jaguar Nation. Major shout out to my brother Big Reg, host of Big Boy Talk. Major shout out to KC with the SU logo. Salute to your fam. And major shout out to CEO Job. Major shout out to you, and shout out to my sister, the Queen Shower. I appreciate everybody that dropped through, that watched the live stream. Much love and much appreciation to all the new subscribers. And I'll be back tomorrow to drop some more Southern University content in terms of like the recruiting class. And for all my LDBC family members, I'm also going to talk about how Canelo and Bud, how that fight has been canceled. I'm also going to talk about my Pelicans in terms of trading Brandon Ingram. And, of course, I'm going to have more Southern University football content because, of course, just looking at the analytics for my particular channel, Southern University football is what drives the channel. And, like, everything else from a sports standpoint, complement Southern University football. And, of course, shout out to Turner Boys, another individual that constantly supports the channel. I appreciate everybody coming through, showing love. Again, major shout out to the awesome and amazing LDBC. Major shout out to all the new subscribers. Major shout out to Louisiana All-American Sports Network. Shout out to the greatest university in the world, the Southern University, home of the mighty Jaguars. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a blessed evening. I'll catch y'all on the rebound. Peace and blessings. And go Jags.